We good? Hello, welcome to On The Go Wrestling Q&A. I'm here after the show with the German Hammer, Josef Von Schmidt. My name is Jason Hevel. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good, and it's the German Animal. You see the prince? That's right, the animal. I take down anyone, I'll chew him up, I spit him out. You see the Scorpion? He's been, stinging people left and right, they say? He didn't sting me. He gave him that line, bam, down for the 10. That referee, it's a cheater.
I'm sorry, it's the German Animal. They did used to call you the German Hammer, I thought.
I did, because I hit so hard. I have many names, German Juggernaut, German Hammer, so I forgive you. You know, there's so many monikers I go by, but, it's so hard to keep up with him. But as of right now, German Animal. I like that.
So how long has Josef Von Schmidt been in the wrestling business?
13 years. I'm going on, 14 years. January was 14 years.
And what was your inspiration?
Well, when I was a kid, I went to New Haven Coliseum, and then I seen Sergeant Slaughter. Well, I was like 6 years old. Put me on his shoulder, and go figure. My inspiration was the American hero, Sergeant Slaughter. The German villain inspired by the American hero. Irony, I think.
It very is irony. So, where else have you wrestled?
I've wrestled in England. I've wrestled in Mexico. I've wrestled in Ecuador. I wrestled all over Canada and the U.S.
And so what has been some of your most physical matches you've been in?
Physical matches. Shane Douglas in a best of 3, which ended in a steel cage. That was a very physical match, and I have to give credit to the Red Scorpion. It was very physical tonight with him as well. I expected to walk all over him like I do all my opponents, but he did put up a good fight. And, it's not an easy thing to tie the German Animal.
I can tell you're a great wrestler. During your wrestling career, what has been some of your most physical injuries you've had?
Mostly it's just bumps and bruises and scrapes. I mean, I've blown my ankle twice. I've blown both of my knees, and obviously like wrist and elbow, chip bones. Those things happen, but I usually recover quickly.
See, kid, this is a physical sport. Please do not try this at home. Who were you trained by?
I started my training in Waterbury, Connecticut with Jason Knight and Justin Credible, 2 ECW originals. And then I finished my wrestling training in Mexico with Mohicana Skaida, who is better known for training like the Shikara Pro guys, Claudio Castagnoli, who is Cesaro now in the WWE. So I've traveled all over the world and trained with a lot of great masters. So there's not one person who trained me. There's actually a lots of time and effort and traveling to train with different professors, as I call them, because the professors are just the elite people in wrestling to learn from.
So if you had to wrestle anybody on TV today, who would it be?
Anyone on TV today? Well, I guess I like to wrestle on TV.
Anybody, really?
Anybody on TV. I like to fight Ellen DeGeneres. She's on TV. I'd like to smack that lady right across the face. Did you mean wrestling, or did you mean anyone on TV?
Wrestling, I mean...
Oh, I'm sorry. I just that lady's face makes me want to slap her. Anyone on TV, I would take on... Let's see. I've taken on Abyss. I've taken... who would I fight? You know what? It doesn't matter who I fight. You line them up. The German Animal will stalk any prey, any wrestler today. Well, I like the fans to suggest who they want to see me wrestle, because I'll wrestle anyone.
Well, since he is in a feud with Russo, I'd say John Cena.
Me versus John Cena, another American hero. Yeah. I make him American Zero.
Another wrestler I could see you wrestling, because I can see the wrestling style, is Bad News Barrett.
Bad News Barrett. That's a very good comparison. Very similar in size, very similar in athletic ability. That would be a very good match. I mean, I definitely think I would be challenged as well as him. and we'd see what would happen.
So outside of your wrestling career, what does Josef Von Schmidt like to do?
I like to act. I do. I just finished a horror movie called Pinwheel. It'll be out this summer. I just did a short film that's being released in the film festivals over in France and all over the world. It's called Hero. And then I did a audition for The Rock and Kevin Hart's movie coming up. So we'll see. I might be on the motion picture screen as well as any wrestling ring around the place.
Speaking of movies, if they made a movie about Josef Von Schmidt, what actor could play you, and what would the title be?
There's no actor that could play the Josef Von Schmidt. There's no one who could replace me and play me. And I guess the closest one would be maybe, let's see, who's one of the best actors out there?
Well, I'm not sure what kind of action film or.
Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger. Maybe Schwarzenegger could play. No, that's right.
Well, he's a German guy, Christoph Waltz.
He can't play me. He's way too old and way too out of shape. You know what? He'd probably break a hip walking over.
How about Jason Statham?
Yeah, Jason Statham, maybe he could play me. He needs to grow some hair.
Dolph Lundgren, if he was younger.
Who?
Dolph Lundgren.
Who's that?
The guy from Rocky that played.
Rocky Dennis?
No, the Russian guy from Rocky. What are the guys? He was from the Expendables.
Okay, yeah. Maybe him. I mean, I don't really follow too many of the actors. I don't know who could charm the American people such as me. I don't know who could act as well as me. I don't know who's as talented as me. I don't know any of these things. But I'm sure whoever had to play me in my film, his role would be cut out for him.
So if you had any advice for someone pursuing a wrestling career, what would they be?
Very simple. Get trained well. Do everything you can to learn and be safe. That's the best way, is learning, training, get your experience from someone who has worldwide experience. That is my main thing that I tell anyone who wants to get into wrestling, is learn, and learn the right way. Don't rush into it, because when you rush into it, you easily get injured. You know, it's not as fake as everyone thinks. You know, these just came in tonight. These are just some of the bruises I have, and I could already feel them coming up and down my arm and my back. And if you don't train properly and get the right person behind you, these bruises are turned into broken ribs and broken bones. So train, learn the craft, and then go and pursue the matches.
So what's your next upcoming shows?
Next Friday, I'm in a mixed tag match with the lovely Leanne, who you've seen me accompany me to the ring. She's over there. Leanne! We're going to be at PWA Laconia, New Hampshire, in a mixed tag match against Brian Fury and Ivana. They're a bigger team up in New England. And from there on, let's see, I think I return back to LCW May 30th. I have a few dates in between, as well as some acting going on. I just don't have my calendar in front of me. So sorry to all the other promoters out there who I forgot what dates I'm at and where I am. But I know I have a few other in May. I just don't know where, right off the top of my head.
Where can we find out more information on Josef Von Schmidt?
Facebook, Josef, not PH like the Americans. Josef Von, V-O-N, Schmidt. You type that in, you Google it, you'll find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you know.
Are you on Wikipedia?
I am on Wikipedia, but I don't know what kind of people have been putting some kind of information in there about me. You know, if it's anything negative, it's all lies.
You can find me on Facebook, YouTube. Facebook.com is QA Wrestling. YouTube, the Indie Wrestling Fan. You can also check out my movie reviews, Heavy J's Real Picks. Where can you find your matches on YouTube?
Under Josef Von Schmidt. You hit Josef Von Schmidt, and you will find me versus Sergeant Slaughter, me versus Shane Douglas, me versus maybe Tommy Dreamer, me versus Devon. The list goes on. All it takes is just my name.
Once again, this concludes Josef Von Schmidt's interview. I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And remember, there's any other wrestling shows, I'm always on the go. So check me out. Any closing words?
Kids, say your prayers. Eat your. Wait a minute. That someone else said that, right? Someone else said that.
I think so.
Oh, wait. Stick out your arm. Stick out your arm. Oh, wait. No, I can't do that. Someone already copyrighted that. What I can say is, be prepared because you ain't seen nothing yet from Josef Von Schmidt.
Once again, that's Josef Von Schmidt, and I'm On The Go Wrestling signing out.